So if you have somebody you don't really like in this game, and for some reason you just suck even with aimbot, you just no clip into a wall and shoot him. I mean, you really can't lose this fight. How are you gonna lose a fight where you know where everybody is, you have aimbot, and you can just no clip through walls? Yo, what is going on, you guys? So I just made a full video yapping for about 15 minutes, and I noticed that video is way too long. So we're just gonna quickly restart once again. Right, I'm gonna try to get into this somewhat quick, make it a short video, not explain every single feature in depth, right? Just try to gloss over it, but still give a good showcase. So first things is the ESP settings. So they work pretty well. You got a health bar, head dot, box ESP works pretty well. If you enable team check, it's not gonna work for this game because you're not in a team, right? But if you do have a friend or something, you can always just come back here, down over here to aimbot and hit blacklist player or whitelist player, whatever it is. Right. Actually, you want to do whitelist for a friend, but if you want to just lock on one player specifically, you want to do blacklist. So aimbot saying the same exact thing. You can't do team check or else aimbot's not gonna work. But the aimbot is very, very smooth. So this guy is crouching, which is why his head dot is on there. There we go. So yeah, I mean it works. Lock onto the other guy. Lock onto this guy. He's driving right now. You can see it locks on pretty well. Now, if you don't want to lock onto a player from across the map or like outside for your FOV circle, you can just always make it smaller. So I can make the FOV circle like 60 and works just as well. Also, you don't have to be in first person to use this. You can be in third person as well. But you do have to have shift lock on, which is pretty easy. All you have to do is have a gun and then you press Q. Um, Next, we have, yeah, so aimbot tab prediction, which predicts what the direction that the player is going. Obviously, you can offset this. If you want it to be pretty intense, like somebody's running very fast, you offset it pretty good. But honestly, I wouldn't even use this. The aimbot's already pretty accurate. You don't really need it. Trigger bot, as soon as you peek somebody or they're in your view, they're going to be getting shot if you have a gun or something out. And it's just going to automatically shoot them. You won't have to, hit left click and shoot them. So it's pretty good feature. Field view settings, you can change the color, whatever. It's just this little circle right here that any players that are in the field of view are gonna get locked onto. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and, yeah, let's change that to like purple, whatever, right? And yeah, lock part. If I want to lock onto their right arm, I can. But if you want to seem less suspicious, you can do that. Aim lock mode, toggle or hold. So if you want to, you know, hold down, right click, then you can. Or if you just want to toggle it once, you can do that as well. Uh, Trigger, I mean, most of these are preference options. They don't really matter. So I'm just going to gloss over most of these. But you can go ahead and see the features here. They're really good. Really good features. Now, one thing I will mention real quick is the closest player tracer settings or the line settings, where it draws a line to the player's head or whatever, lock part you have the player as. So if I have it as their torso, it's going to draw it to the torso. So that's really nice. But then there is visuals, ESP visuals and all that. So you can see here, it shows we already have their distance, name, and stuff like that. I'll just disable display name. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. Relative font size puts the font size far away. There's so many different features here. Displays their health. See, it guys at 24 HP is showing us really accurately. You can change the color of this as well. So if I want this to be green, change it to green, right? Or I make it a rainbow. So that's very nice. Rainbow outline color if I wanted to. Um, so yeah, I mean, outline color is best at black. But yeah. Then we have tracer. Tracers I don't use much, but you can put them in bit different positions. You don't really need the tracers as you already have a line tracer right here. But they can be useful if you just want to disable a line tracer. You like classic tracers, and go ahead. Right? Head dot, I have that enabled right now. If you don't like the head dots, you don't gotta have them. But they're pretty nice overall. You can change the color of them, of course. You can change the color for all of these. Chams, chams do work right now, which is awesome. So as you can see, you just have chams through the walls. Now they're not laggy at all or anything, which is awesome, right? But yeah, I mean they're basically just like highlights and stuff. But if you know what those are, but yeah, they're very good. So chams, good option. But I'm just gonna disable them for now. Then we have skeletons, right? We can put rainbow color on the skeletons if we wanted to. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. Honestly, whenever I'm using this script, I just use skeletons. I don't use box properties. I just disable them. Sometimes I'll keep the head dot. Health bar is always useful, so I keep that. But I don't use the skeletons. Also, another thing with ESP properties is it shows the player's tool or their weapon or whatever. So you see this guy has some type of gun. G2C, he has that gun, which is really nice. What else did I miss? Health bar properties, you can change the blue on it. If you're going for a specific look, you can change the blue on it. I'm just gonna keep it whatever it was originally. I think it was like 100. I have no idea. I'll just put something random. But yeah, we'll enable box properties for the case of the video. Just disable skeleton properties for now. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Also, there's wall check on the champs. So if you do like classic champs, or for some reason you have a really bad PC and they're laggy for you, you can always just do wall check, right? So if I go up to this guy, it's not going to show unless he's visible, which is very nice. You know what? I'll keep this enabled. This is a nice feature. This is really great. But then, the most important tab for me at least is MISC. Now, the reason I don't like to use any other script, and this is my favorite script to use, is because of the MISC tab. I mean, this tab is just so dang special. It has literally everything you need in a script. And they all work for this game. All of them. Now, one thing I will mention is that this is a universal script, so you can use this script in Arsenal. You can use this script on a ton of different games, unnamed shooter, counter blocks, whatever you really want to use it on. Now, there is some games you can't use it on, like Phantom Forces that have really advanced anti-cheats, but besides for that, you can use this on pretty much any game, right? So we'll go ahead and get into this very quickly. There's fly. We can set this to a keybind, like E. And now whenever we press E, it's able to fly. We won't have to have the GUI open. It's disabled to fly. But yeah, I mean this works obviously. There's no fall damage or anything, but as long as you land, you won't take any fall damage. As long as you land and you don't drop, like if you drop from a high point, yeah, you're gonna take fall damage. You're probably gonna fall through the floor for some fucking reason. But yeah, as long as you land, you're not gonna take any fall damage. Uh, One thing. Oh, that's why I dropped through the floor. I had no clip on. I was just about to mention that. So no clip is very good because you can just hide in a wall. And if I had a gun right now, I'd just shoot this guy. He can't do anything about it. If I had the game pass, I can just loot his body, loot his weapons. So if you have somebody you don't really like in this game, and for some reason you just suck even with aimbot, you just no clip into a wall and shoot him. I mean, you really can't lose this fight. How are you gonna lose a fight where you know where everybody is, you have aimbot, and you can just no clip through walls? I mean, this guy's clueless. He has no idea what's even going on. If I had a gun right now, I'd be dead. Misc. Back at it. So stretch res, if you're looking for a more stretched look, you can have that look. I have like this little walking glitch. There, let's fix that. But yeah, let me disable this leaderboard as well. It's quite annoying. But yeah, if you want to, look like a GTA 5 gangster or something from one of your other favorite games, CSGO or whatever, you like stretch res in that game, you can use this. It looks pretty nice. Looks pretty good in first person. Looks pretty good overall. FOV modifier. Um, pretty self-explanatory. Modifies your FOV if you want to look more zoomed out. Looks really good in first person. You can use that as well. Anti-AFK. If you're in the game for more than 20 minutes, you're automatically going to get kicked by Roblox. With this anti-AFK, you're not going to be kicked at all. You can sit in the same server for 5 hours, 6 hours. Maybe use your separate Autofarm script. Unfortunately, this UI does not have Autofarm yet. It may in the future. But, use your separate Autofarm script. Just sit in the game for 5, 6 hours. You're never going to get kicked. You won't have to move your mouse or your, whatever you're using. If you're on mobile, you won't have to move that either. You just won't at all. It's great. And full bright. So we're during the day. We don't really need full bright, but it just brightens up your screen. You can adjust the brightness. Now it's really bright. Or you can just make it not as bright. So if you want the game to be more bright, you can do that. Or use clock time modifier. Just the time of the day. So if I want to be pitch black at night, right? If I want it to be daytime, now it's daytime. Right? So, it's very useful for some games, as I said before. It's a universal script. So, if we're using this on Fallen Survival, which is a Rust knockoff, you can use clock time modifier. If it's night, you really can't see much, but during the day, you can see a lot better. So, change it to anytime, really. It's really nice. But I'll just, disable that for now. Just keep it default. Ambient modifier. So, we can go ahead and make this red. Okay, that's really ugly. But you get the point, right? You can make this whatever. And, it just makes your surroundings whatever that color is. And if you make that rainbow, then you look like a rage hacker. You put this in a YouTube video, you're probably going to get some views because it's like, okay, how's this guy doing that? What kind of GUI is he using to look like that? Then there is modify walk speed, which, you can use this as a toggle. Look like you're in the hood or something. Now, this does break the animation temporarily until you disable it. But, as you can see, the animation's back. But it does break it for a second. Modify jump higher. I'm not even going to showcase that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just going to make you jump higher. Now, classic fly I will showcase real quick. So, if you like, to look more classic, like this, then classic fly is for you. But if you like the C-frame fly option, you know, uh, I have no idea what my character is doing. This is really goofy, but you know, it works, right? I just say with no clips, I don't fall to the floor. There you go. But yeah, it does work. Infinite jump, that works as well. Spin bot, I'm not gonna enable. It might spin me off of the map. In fact, we'll test it out. Okay, bad idea. Bad idea. We're gonna change the fly speed so we can get back to the map. That was a really bad idea, guys. That was just not a good idea at all. So I disable fly once again. Crosshair. You notice the crosshair settings. I don't really want a crosshair on my screen right now, so I'm not gonna enable them. But they work pretty well. I'm not sure, honestly, they're gonna keep crosshair settings in the game in this UI forever, but they may. Then there's settings. Now settings is a lot better than you think it would be. It's configurations. You can load up any configuration you want. Right, as you can see right now, my ESP is kind of like green text, white boxes. Let's say I want to load up something else. Hit load this. But yeah, you can just load any configuration here. I tried to load that one configuration, but it was empty. But here we go. Okay, now we're just doing all types of shit, right? So yeah, I mean this configuration is pretty crazy. I have no idea what's even going on here. Man. I mean it's a rage hack configuration, so of course it's all weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can hit rejoin server if you just want to rejoin the server. For whatever reason, you're lagging or something, or whatever's going on, rejoin the server. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Unload GUI. That's pretty much it. I think I showcased pretty much everything.